Listen, we all love the summer season. Who doesn't? And we love fun in the sun, but just make sure you're properly protected in a case of a mishap. Good to have disability injury lawyer Nainesh Kotak back on the show with us. We missed you last month. Good to have you back for this month of July. So let's kind of just break down a few things just to be sure that we're all covered in A-OK.
You got it. So look, summertime. Fantastic, my favorite time of year, but some issues could occur. In fact, the summer is where more injuries occur. You believe it or not, more than winter, because you're much more out and about. So things to watch out for, there actually are more car accidents. Boating accidents are a real concern, and that's where we can chat about the insurance aspect there. And the other thing to think about is travel insurance. When you're traveling, certainly out of the country, it is very important. Cost of hospitalization, any sort of procedures are quite expensive no matter where you go in the world.
Okay, so let's go first. Let's go motorcycle or motor vehicle accidents.
Sure, absolutely. So what you see is you want to make sure that you have yourself enough liability coverage. If you're driving into the United States, for example, some of the awards, the jury's award in the United States could be quite significant. So if you injure somebody else, make sure you have sufficient liability coverage here. You will be covered in North America if you're in a car accident under our no-fault system, which isn't the greatest, quite frankly, but you'll have that, and if someone else injures you, you'll have the ability to sue as well. So
is that just reaching out to your insurance company and just saying this is what we're doing, and they can kind of update you on if you've got the proper coverage for that?
Yeah, I think, look, most people carry $1 million of liability insurance, but you got to think about, look, let's say you're traveling in the States and you're at fault and you've got a family of doctors that you hit or something like that, and so their claims could be a lot more. It doesn't cost a lot of money to up your liability coverage to $2 million or $3 million. Very cheap and a sensible thing, I think, to do.
Okay, let's get into boating accidents.
Got it. Right. So boating accidents. So often it could be, collision between boats. There could be weather-related issues that happen, lighting-related issues that happen. It's not the same as motor vehicle accidents. You don't have a no-fault system where your injuries are going to be automatically covered. So if you're hurt in a boating accident, you want to see if there's someone who's responsible for that. And in other words, there'd be a lawsuit on that. Marine Liability Act, if the boat is 300 tons or less, the maximum liability is $1.5 million per occasion. If you're the boat owner or operator, very important to get boating insurance. Your home insurance will cover a little bit, but not much. So it's a good idea. It's not very expensive. Talk to your home insurance. Say, hey, I have a boat, a craft. I'd like to have insurance. A wise thing to do. A lot of mishaps do happen, unfortunately, out in the water, and usually due to negligence.
We're all like to do a little traveling in the summer. I know you're going to be doing some traveling next month. Let's. Yes. How do we cover? Make sure that we're A-OK there.
Right. Very important. Always get travel insurance when you travel. It might be through your group policy. It might be through your credit card. It may be through the package you buy when you travel. An important thing to look about is pre-existing conditions. Usually, the policies will say if within 90 days or so before, you got to look at the exact wording. If you've had treatment for a similar condition and that issue happens and you're hospitalized during your trip for the same or related condition, they may not cover you. So if you've had some procedures, some diagnosis that has recently occurred, talk to the travel insurer. Top that up so you are covered for that condition itself. Adventure sports, not usually covered under most travel insurance policies. So if you're going to go skydiving, things like that, you probably want to talk about buying an adventure sport policy to cover this.
We got to go, but it depends on where you're traveling to, right? If you're going to Europe, if you're going to the United States, they all have different types of insurance. So just make sure that you're covered.
Absolutely.
Good seeing you.
Likewise.
Okay. Happy travels for you. We'll miss you next month, and we'll see you come September.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Nainesh Kotak Law. More Morning Live on your Wednesday, the last day of July. Look at that. Beautiful. We'll see you in a couple minutes.